Welcome to Chapter 9, Fire Emblem 4-4A's playthrough. So, Trabant goes around, he does his plot stuff, and then we will get back and do arenas. There will be, of course, 2 of them, as per usual. Videos, that is, not 2 arenas. So if you need to skip ahead, feel free to do so at your leisure. I will be accommodating. There is... well, I'll probably find enough to fill the time if you decide to listen along, so don't worry about being too bored. So if you recall correctly, we left Arthur with the Elite Ring last chapter, so in order to start passing it around to everybody else, first he needs to finish things off. The reason I had Patty start out first is because, as always, she's one of my... I'm worried about how your performance is. I mean, even though I did stack her full of civilians, her combat is much improved compared to how it was last time. I was a little concerned. Turns out I didn't need to be, because, I mean, you'll notice that I didn't even need to start abusing sleep swords or anything. She just could go ahead and hero sword her way past just about anything. Which was quite the relief when I found out. This particular fight has just a lot of luck on her part as far as dodging goes, but sometimes that happens. Then the next couple of big sticking points here will be Julia and Johova. Particularly Arena Battle 3 will give them some trouble, so I wanted to make sure that they were ready to try that out whenever they needed to be. Although, that said, Johova has the cash for the Elite Ring, so I need to make sure, as I said before, that Arthur's all done with it and has sold it so that he can buy it. The fact that he'll have a little bit of difficulty with the hero sword user, and coinciding with the fact that he'll be using the Elite Ring, is a bit of a concern, but it turns out that partly due to my stacking some massive favoritism on him with the rings he picked up last chapter, Skill Ring and Power Ring, then it doesn't take too much manipulation in order for him to be successful. So there, Julia got a key continue, which let her get past the sword fighter with the hero sword. Now she just softens up a little bit for Johova. We'll counter hero weapon with hero weapon, and he has just enough defense to pass. So now the awesome happens, and we can go ahead and we can promote Johova to warrior. The huge stat boosts across the board are very helpful. What's perhaps more helpful will be his access to bows, although I don't start to use it right away because the bow I want to sell him is still in somebody else's hands. And I also wanted to make sure that he would have enough money to still be able to afford the Elite Ring next chapter after he buys the bow. And besides, it turns out that he was able to get the job done. A very clean 3-hit KO on the last boss there. Thanks again to the rings that I gave him. So, Nana had gotten all the money she needed to afford the Elite Ring again. And being a staff user, it's not absolutely critical for her, but it will help her out. Because the less time I have to spend holding her back and abusing her with staves, the more time she can be out there charisma botting. She does need Patty's Hero Sword to make it past the Hero Sword enemy. She actually, until she gets some promotion boosts here, she's starting to struggle a bit with this arena. So she mains the Hero Sword for the rest of the fights. And then we give the Hero Sword back to the pool. I do a little bit of item rearranging and manipulating here. She doesn't need the Thief Sword anymore because she's got the Thief Ring or bracelet, or which I can't tell. But so she sells that off. She picks up a Slim Lance, which will probably become her main weapon of choice. And now it's Tinny's turn in the arena. Tinny's fights don't really need much in the way of explanation here. She isn't even relying on Wrath at this point, just the Pursuit Ring is letting her devastate enough. Well, she did have an unlucky type matchup versus the Baron. I probably should have switched to her Wind Tome or something, but yeah, hasn't been a lot to say recently. This was kind of hilarious there. A lot of whiffs back and forth with Ska. But we get Ska promoted, and that's gonna be good. Alright, and Lache is going up against Cannon here, doing reasonably well, except he gets in a fair lot of shields, which is annoying as it was. But we also see Lache getting promoted, which is great. Donut's inventory was so full of swords that I had to put one of them away temporarily. I am kind of amused. And Donut has been actually nothing short of quite impressive, especially when I compare to my memories of using him previously. So I don't really know what the main difference is. It's the same father. I must just have gotten either blessed this time around or knew how to work the system. And now he's promoted, and that means even more rape. Go ahead, take